You know how mobile spin-offs of major fighting games usually go? Right? Like you typically get this watered-down tap-to-win version of a console
Oh
experience.
yeah, totally. The classic mobile downgrade.
Exactly. But right now, the fighting game community is absolutely buzzing over something that claims to break that curse. So, welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at the highly anticipated mobile release of Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy.
Which is launching March 24th on iOS and Android.
Right. And our mission for you today is to cut through the marketing hype and figure out exactly why this specific title is generating so much excitement. So, okay, let's unpack this. The core premise here is a mobile title offering true real-time arena battles, right?
Right. Real-time battles, immersive storylines, and, the chance to just face these formidable foes anytime, anywhere.
Okay.
And to really grasp the strategic depth of these battles, we have to look at the mechanical tools players are actually given.
The roster, basically.
Exactly. Because this isn't just about, throwing popular characters into an arena. It's about colliding fundamentally different game design philosophies.
Which brings us to the six newly announced characters from the latest trailer. I mean, you've got Onion Knight from Final Fantasy III, Iroha from Excella, Firion from 10th, Balthea from 12th.
And you can't forget Clive.
Right, Clive Rossfield from 16th, and Riku from X and X2. I mean, building a team here feels like drafting an ultimate fantasy sports league, but instead of athletes, you're drafting different eras of gaming history.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how that mechanical clash forces players to discover entirely new epic combos. I mean, think about mixing Clive's hyper-aggressive iconic strikes with Riku's rapid-fire thief agility.
That sounds chaotic in the best way.
It is. You aren't just matching virtual buttons. You're actively figuring out how to chain a modern action RPG juggle into a classic turn-based character's ultimate attack and, making them work together seamlessly in real time.
I hear you on the character variety, but let's be real here. Cramming decades of different combat systems into one mobile interface sounds like a balancing nightmare. I mean, a 6-inch screen can get cluttered really fast.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because if we look at the legacy of Dissidia, starting on the PSP back in 2008, or I guess 2009 for the North American release.
Yeah, 2009 in North America. Then moving to Dissidia Zero Tone 2 in 2011, and then the arcade-focused NT in 2015.
Right. And they've always struggled a bit with visual chaos. Plus, wait, if there was already a mobile game back in 2017 with Opera Omnia, why do players need Duellum now?
Well, that is exactly the right question to ask. If we connect this to the bigger picture, we have to look at how they're adapting the franchise's DNA this time. Opera Omni was a great game, but let's be honest, it was essentially a turn-based gotcha.
Yeah, they had to slow everything down.
Completely. It totally abandoned the twitch reflex, high-flying arena fighter feel of those original PSP titles because, well, mobile screens at the time just couldn't comfortably handle the real-time action.
So Opera Omnia was basically a necessary compromise for the hardware back then.
Precisely. Duellum specifically aims to elevate the mobile experience entirely by abandoning that turn-based compromise. They've perfectly blended the franchise's signature real-time combat and deep lore with fresh, mobile-friendly multiplayer.
Okay, but what about the screen clutter?
Right, they solve that by focusing heavily on two-player showdowns. Instead of a chaotic 3-on-3 mess where your thumbs literally block the action, it's a tight, focused duel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've refined the touch controls specifically so that intense, action-packed DNA can be played effortlessly on the go.
So it's taking that sprawling, complex arena experience and condensing the most thrilling strategic combat moments right into your pocket without dumbing it down.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. So make sure you mark your calendars for March 24, get your tactics ready, and definitely check out Square Enix's YouTube trailer to see this combat in action.
Yeah, the visual spectacle and character synergy really is something you need to see to fully appreciate the mechanical scale they were going for here.
Absolutely. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on. When you place a modern, gritty protagonist like Clive Rossfield next to a whimsical, classic hero like Onion Knight on the exact same battlefield, how might that clash of tonal eras permanently alter the way we interpret the underlying DNA of the Final Fantasy universe?